What is up, YouTube? Welcome to another edition of Nerdy Sense Reacts. It's your boy Corey. As you can probably hear, I'm still a little bit under the weather, but whatever, who cares? Today, this morning, well, no, not actually this morning, probably still this afternoon, it's about like 2 or 3 hours ago, we got the Game of Thrones Season 6 trailer. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why everyone is deciding to drop a teaser here, a clip here, a trailer here. Yesterday, we got 3 clips or trailers from 3 major movies that are coming out this year. And now we have another trailer for a series that is probably one of the best moneymakers for HBO that they've had since The Sopranos. So we've seen clips, we've seen trailers. Everyone's been breaking down these trailers. Everyone's been breaking down these clips. Everyone's been wondering what's going to happen with Jon Snow. How is season 6 going to differ from the books if you're a book reader? And I gotta say, I have no idea what direction they're going to take a lot of characters in relation to the predictions I have for them in the books. All I know is that this is going to be a great season, and we might finally get confirmation of R plus L equals J. For those who only watch the shows and don't read the books, you've probably still heard of it. The theory that Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen are Jon Snow's real parents, and that he is the rightful heir to the Iron Throne and the ruler of the Seven Kingdoms. So we will see what happens with this season and whether they confirm that or not. But for now, we will get into this trailer number 2. Here we go. Start off at the wall. Okay.
I thought he was the man to lead us through the long night. But I was wrong. You like games, little man.
What are they talking about? Oh, Davos.
There's no blood in this holy place. The gods won't mind. They spilled more blood than the rest of us combined.
Oh, the Drogon.
Who are you?
No one.
Ooh.
A girl has been given a second chance. There will not be a third.
Oh, shit.
That's all I think about. What's taken from me.
I know what happened.
A grayscale.
Fighting for this. We have to fight.
Stand at the head of our army where you belong. Show them
Oh.
what Lannisters are. What we do to our enemies.
The real war is between the living and the dead. And make no mistake, the dead are coming.
Yes, they are. Oh, season 6 is gonna be so big.
Dragons do not do well in captivity.
How do you know this?
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
Does that mean he's gonna release them? Yes! Oh my god! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Oh! To see Tyrion interact with a dragon, possibly ride one at the end, that is all I want. That's all I have been waiting for. Oh man, all those dragon dreams in the book, all that research he did for dragons. In A Dance of Dragons, when he was on the boat and he had that run-in with the dragon, not in the show, but in the actual book, the pale wings, the body that was too big to be a bird or a bat. Oh my goodness, to see Tyrion right there in front of a dragon, I need it. I want it. It has to happen. He has to be part of the 3 heads. The more I think about it, the more I am convinced that he is the bastard of Aerys Targaryen, the Mad King, and that Mad King, those liberties that he took with Joanna on the wedding night were actually liberties that depicted, that kind of gave homage to the first night when a lord could take the bride of another person on the first night of marriage. There's too many thoughts going on in my head right now. I gotta watch that again because there were some things that I caught, but it all got kind of wiped out by that last scene with Tyrion being right there in front of a dragon. So we're gonna do this again.
I thought he was the man to lead us through the long night, but I was wrong. You like games, little man.
We would spill blood in this holy place.
The gods won't mind. They spill more blood than the rest of us combined.
Who are you?
No one.
Oh.
A girl has been given a second chance. There will not be a third.
That's all I think about. What was taken from me.
I know what happened.
There's no hiding from this.
My
We have
goodness.
to fight.
Stand at the head of our army where you belong. Show them what Lannisters are. What we do to our enemies.
Is she talking to Tommen or Jaime?
The real war is between the living and the dead. And make no mistake, the dead are coming.
Dragons do not do well in captivity.
How do you know this?
That's what I do. I drink.
And I know things. Oh man, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be awesome. So many great clips, and I'm probably gonna forget a few. First, I just wanted to say, was that the wildlings fighting the Bolton army? But let's take it back. Jock and Hagar telling Arya, you got a second chance, there won't be a third. So I guess this is when she finally comes down from her blindness and she starts to see again. Probably, referencing her taking Meryn Trant's life when she wasn't supposed to. That was a life that had to be repaid somehow to the stranger. So that part's obvious. We have Cersei telling someone to stand at the head of the Lannister army and show them what they do to their enemies. I'm thinking she's talking to Jaime, not really Tommen, just because of the amount of suspicion that she has that Maggie the Frog's visions are actually coming true. She wants to protect Tommen as much as she can. And I don't imagine her really telling Tommen to stand at the front of the army, especially when she put so much work last season into getting the queen, into getting his wife, his queen Marjorie Tyrell in prison, and also taking part in imprisoning Lord Tyrell as well. There are nothing but Tyrells all around Tommen in the book since, she had been in prison. So I don't really imagine her telling Tommen to stand at the head of our army, especially when she went through all that work to get enemies that she perceived to be a threat to her and her son in prison. She's got to be talking to Jaime. But what can he really do without his dominant hand, without his right hand? I guess he could be there for moral support, just as a figurehead, not really take place in a fight, but to lead an army into just release all hell across the seven kingdoms in the realm. Also, another thing, we saw Sansa and she was talking about, all I think about is everything that they took from me, which means that she's actually going to enter the Game of Thrones now for real. She's kind of just, Littlefinger has been using her kind of as a bargaining chip, but now she's actually going to become what Chris from Smokescreen calls Dark Sansa, like in Dark Sansa, and she's going to be like this real player for the throne now. She is going to enter the fray, and she's going to make her move to take over Winterfell and possibly compete for the Iron Throne and to pay back the Freys, the Boltons, the Lannisters, all in kind for what they did to her and her family. We saw, it was just so many great clips. Oh, we got that little Davos dialogue at the beginning that he thought Stannis was Azor Ahai. He thought he was going to be the one to protect us from the long night, and he was wrong. So I'm wondering if he's talking to Melisandre, and they're kind of coming to this realization that Stannis is not Azor Ahai, but it is actually Jon Snow. Maybe they don't even recognize that as Jon Snow yet. Maybe they just know Stannis is dead. Excuse me, I'm still sick. And they are coming to realization that it's someone out there, and maybe in the later episodes they will find out that it's Jon Snow, or figure it out in some way. I'm just going through everything. It was so much goodness there. We got Daenerys being taken by Khal Joko and going back to Vise Dothrak to become a crone. So I'm wondering that little part where they saw her stripped down, that has to be before Drogo flies over the Khalasar, because we know he's going to make some barbecue Dothraki, and he's going to have a pretty good feast. Maybe even grow a little bit bigger. Tyrion at the end, setting dragons free. They do not belong in captivity. I actually read in A World of Ice and Fire that having them in captive actually keeps them from growing. In King's Landing, you had this big construct, kind of like this mausoleum where they kept the dragons and they kept them chained up, and none ever grew as large as Balerion the Black Dread, who was Aegon the First. It was his dragon, and Balerion was huge. It was said that, there are pictures depicting Aegon riding on his back, and Aegon just looks like a small speck on top of this huge monstrosity that is Balerion. I mean, Tyrion walked through Balerion's mouth in the book. Like, they had the skull, and Tyrion could walk, literally, he could walk through it without touching the teeth. And he could just stand there comfortably. He didn't have to alter his body in any way to be able to stand in Balerion's mouth. If that gives you an idea, he could eat mammoths whole. Like, that is the type of monstrosity, how large he was. So dragons do not belong in captivity. They deserve to be out free. That is how they grow. That is how they become fierce. That is how they adapt and learn how to fly and maneuver and just to be the badass that a dragon is supposed to be. And it seems like he's going to finally have interaction with them, all those dragon dreams. This is something a lot of book readers have been waiting for. So to get that confirmation is great. I don't remember everything that we saw. Those are just a couple of things that I noticed and I wanted to hit on. But season 6 is coming at the end of this month. If you noticed anything, feel free to leave it in the comments below. If you like my reaction, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, Twitter. Stay up to date on all the latest Nerdy Sense content. And I'll be coming at you very soon. NS Nation, stand up. Let's go.
You're an interesting man, Mr. Commander. Just like your suitcase, I think there's much more to you than meets the eye.
Oh boy, here we go.
Hogwarts, endangering human life with a beast. Yet one of your teachers argued strongly against your expulsion. I wonder, what makes Albus Dumbledore so fond of you, Mr. Commander?
Dumbledore.
First trip to America?
Yes. I'll see that fix.
Anything edible in there?
No.
Any livestock?
No.
Welcome to New York.
Oh, that could have been bad.